Live at the Triple Crown Volleyball NIT, Salt Palace Convention Center, the location in Salt Lake City, Utah. Triple Crown Volleyball NIT, 212 teams of awesome here in 5 different age divisions, over 400 college coaches working the grounds. And we continue up here on what we've dubbed the platform of, we named it. It was the platform of prestigious people. That's the name of our platform here inside of the Salt Palace Convention Center. Our third guest of the day is from Volley Metrics. Giuseppe Vinci is the CEO and founder of Volley Metrics, and Giuseppe has given me the permission to use his nickname Juice. So we're with the Juice.
Make it easier for you.
Thank you, I appreciate that. We're going to get you up. Your beard is your beard's playing with your microphone on there.
Yeah, a little bit.
You've done good work.
It likes it.
I think most importantly, before we talk about anything else with Volley Metrics, we've got an arm problem. Really just a pinky problem here. What happened?
Yeah, last night there was the coaches' party, right? And
I don't know, we want to hear this?
a fight broke out, and I ended up now just
fight
knocking down a few of them.
Fight at the coaches' party?
Yeah, but I lost the pinky in doing so.
You're a brawler.
Yeah, definitely. Italy, right? Passionate.
I thought you were lovers, not fighters.
Well, with males, we get now like that. With girls, we're lovers.
And are you a righty swing? Are you a right-handed hitter?
I'm a right-handed.
So that gives you a little extra club factor. You can just hammer away.
Like that. Yeah.
So Volley Metrics is your representation here this weekend. You're involved in the coaching side of things, Olympic programs, BYU. You said is in some of your background. We're in Salt Lake City, so just a few miles down the road from there. But Volley Metrics is the core of what we're here talking about with the Juice today, and smarter data for volleyball. And in fact, I was looking, just checking here on your website. Send us a match. We analyze it within 24 hours. Simple.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Well, you send us the video, and somewhere across the world there's somebody just tagging the video for you, so you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about dealing with the compression of the video, any handling of the video. Just send it to us, we tag it, and then your kids, your players, your coaches, club directors, recruiters can just access it and see, okay, go and filter by whatever they want. Just as detailed as, I want to see all of the left side swings by this player in the deciding set. And here we go, and I can see them all. So that's what we do, pretty simple. Everybody nowadays wants to make things very easy. That's what we're trying to do, is something that is actually pretty complex to do.
One of the sort of ways you've packaged your product that I saw was you called yourself, in sort of simple terms, a video coordinator for teams.
Yep.
So you sort of take that video coordinator role and serve that as an outsourced solution, basically, and provide it right back. That's
Correct.
A fair summary?
Yeah, I will say so, because a lot of programs in the country, both college and even clubs, just like here at the Triple Crown, they have a position as just a video coordinator or a video producer position, right? And it's a lot of work, and late hours and late nights, and we just not literally take over that position. We can either enhance and make that person actually be more efficient, or substitute it if you don't even have maybe that position available on your staff. So we take care of all of that.
Okay.
Distributing the video, recording the video, and all of that.
So Volley Metrics is the product, the program, and the Juice, Giuseppe Vinci, is with us. When we talk about who uses this, I know from the Olympic levels, the highest levels of play, but how young does this reach? What level of player do you get down to?
Yeah, we have 14s here at the Triple Crown that are signed up and they use it, mostly because at the end of the day, our tool is a coaching tool. It's a teaching tool, where once the video is up and we do our job, then the coach can use it to give feedback to the players, to point out things with players, to have one-on-one video sessions with the players, or even parents can access it and, I wasn't able to come to Salt Lake City, but we've got the video on Volley Metrics, and now I can go and see my daughter or my son play, right? And it's pretty powerful, right? So that's how it goes.
So every court here has the camera stands with what look like kind of the surveillance cameras on them.
They are surveillance cameras.
That's what they are, surveillance cameras on every court, right?
Yeah, the NSA doesn't have access to it, though.
Okay, so we're all safe. So Donald Trump is not looking in through those. Okay.
Neither Hillary Clinton is getting our emails through the net. Nothing like that.
So with those cameras all over here at the Triple Crown Volleyball NIT, with 212 teams here, you're capturing every match.
Every single match at every single location.
And you're analyzing those and
all of
providing
those,
the breakdowns?
about, I think, 900 matches in 3-4 days. They're all going to be available to college coaches and to club teams. College coaches, they can purchase a package. They get access to the entire tournament, so about those 900 matches or so. Club teams, they usually just purchase the matches of their own team and just watch that. So it's a little different, priced differently, but they have also different needs.
How long was your setup time here to get this all ready to go?
So with the fact that we had 2 locations, because day one is here and on a different location as well, it actually took basically all day long. So it wasn't too bad, but it worked out. We have done it before, so we got some interns and paid them, say, hey, come in and do this, especially being just around the corner from home.
Mm-hmm. And you're set up with a booth here too as well, so people can come and visit you here at the Triple Crown Volleyball NIT.
And tomorrow we'll start showing matches from today.
Right.
So that people can come see, oh, yesterday I played and we won this match, can I rewatch it? Oh, there it is.
I know you've commented that part of your business was inspired by Moneyball, by the book, the movie Moneyball. Tell us more about that.
So in 2008, I went to the Olympic Games with Italy, men's volleyball, as a coach. And I got very close to the U.S. coaches because right after the Olympics, I moved to the U.S. and started coaching at BYU. And one of the coaches who's now is actually Carl McGowan. He became a very good friend of mine and passed away just a few weeks ago. And the volleyball world was like very fond of him and all of that. But he told me, oh, before you get to Provo, where I live and I coached, you need to read this book because what you're telling me of what you're doing is very much like what this guy talks about in this book. So I read Moneyball, and that's where I kind of realized, hey, we can do this in volleyball with the level of data gathering that we're doing. Yeah, maybe we don't have the resources yet, but it's doable. So that's kind of what sparked the idea of why do we go more in depth in the data and not necessarily go super in depth and complex stuff, but how do we make something that is complex, complicated, just like the Oakland A's did, and make it accessible to anybody. So that bottom line, as soon as we are done with analyzing all these matches, just like Moneyball tells us, all the recruiters will be able to say, based on strength of schedules and performances of the players, who are the top 2019 outside hitters in this division. And bam, you know it. And it's statistically sound, but it's just one piece of information. If you trust it, you know that that's where I want to go. So simplifying again, something that is complex, and simple is better than complex. Huh? That's pretty straightforward.
Right. Yeah. Great. Yeah. Build on that principle. You can go anywhere from there. On your website at the bottom, there's a scroll that says "Trusted by." And it shows a variety of program types, but a lot of collegiate programs. Yeah. And those are programs that trust VolleyMetrics to provide them with part of their process, with part of their analysis.
Correct. Yeah.
Among those, everybody's on there. It looks like, including the current national champion, Stanford. Pretty much the whole Pac-12 is on there. Really, all of college volleyball was there. Is that fair to say that is your footprint across the entire collegiate landscape?
Yeah. Like to give an example, just D1. This past year, we analyzed 85% of D1 volleyball games. So that's the amount of videos that these teams send us. So that also gives an idea of how many teams are with us, which is the vast majority. And because of that, we're actually being able to do quite very nice things. Like we partner with the AVCA, the American Volleyball Coaches Associations, and we're just helping with All-American selection because we have this data available. So we want to help the sport. Or with USA Volleyball or the NCAA, we partner with them to provide video exchange, video analysis to all collegiate teams at all levels of play, in all their divisions. So definitely, that's our big market. But club is kind of our next big focus, if not our major focus, because we understand that the connection in between club and college is very, very tight. Yeah. And if we can connect these two populations, these two demographics, it's going to be good for both of them, and it will save them a lot of time.
VolleyMetrics.com is the web address. Is this your first year at the Triple Crown Volleyball NIT?
Last year we did a beta test, and Sean, the guy who runs it all, actually gave us a lot of help in figuring out, hey, is this viable or not? And this year we're all in, and we're doing all courts.
So you've been all over the volleyball world. What's your perspective? What's your comment on this particular event, the Triple Crown Volleyball NIT? What do you see here that's either the same as some of the top events or different from?
So I think what the major difference, I will say that is the fact that right now it's third match of the day. There are top teams playing top teams, day one, early in the morning. You don't see that in many tournaments, if in any tournament in the country. And I think that's very good, and that's why coaches come to watch this tournament right away. I mean, you were seeing top coaches in the country here going around courts at 7:30 a.m. in the morning, because these are good matches right off the bat, and that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, we were just laughing here a minute ago. There's walking around. There's Nebraska represented over here, and those top programs are just here. And you're right, early morning. It's championship level play on morning one, day one. It's power pools. We were joking with Terry Spann, our first guest today from Arizona Storm, about good rodeo. You start with bull riding, and so we brought Terry Spann on right away because she's the AVCA 18's Coach of the Year last year. So she's coming out of the gates like bull riding, and what you're talking about, same thing. These matches start right out with the biggest bucks and the biggest thrashings and the biggest competition that you can get.
You've got to be ready, and I mean, and it's a quality tournament, right, as well. So aside from the competition, you've got a lot of space in between the courts. It's not all crammed in, and you have a nice championship court right behind us. I think it's a great event, and I bet that the players realize that, and they like that attention, that the media and all of that, like the organization overall, and how it's overall organized. So, and that's why we're here, because we think that what we can do as a company, Volumetrics here, having this content, it's very good content, hands down.
You give us a nice, easy way to plug the Monday morning broadcast. You're talking about the championship court, the TV court right behind us. Monday morning, ESPN3. 3 matches will be televised, will be streamed on ESPN3. 14-year-olds, 16-year-olds, and 18-year-olds championships starting at 8:30 a.m. local time. That's Mountain Time, 10:30 Eastern, and a triple header of championship matches, and they will be the best programs in the country. Volumetrics is the product. Anything we haven't talked about that you want to be sure we get mentioned about Volumetrics before you go?
I think we covered that pretty well. There's more to it, but bottom line is that we make life much easier when it gets down to video and statistics and giving players access. Giving players access. It's a very good coaching tool that we see a lot of college teams and club teams using and loving. So we just want to keep growing and helping the sport.
So the last thing I want before you go is you've been to these Olympic Games and you've been all around the volleyball world. Yeah. Give us one of your best stories, best recollections, maybe from an Olympic experience or something awesome. Go ahead, no pressure.
Okay, no pressure. I'll go for 2. So in 2008, we had to qualify to the Olympic Games. We're down 2-1 in Japan, down 24-17 in the fourth to Japan. If we lose, we don't go to the Olympics.
They're 1 point from
1 point from winning it, and we are out, and we don't go to the Olympics. We won 35-33 and won the 5th set and got 4th place in the Olympics. That's pretty awesome to be part of it, especially in Japan.
You were down 24-17 in the 4th set, down 2-1. You scored 7 in a row to get it to 24-24.
And then we eventually won 35-33.
Wow.
With a jump float serve on men's volleyball.
With that 7-point comeback?
Yes.
Wow.
So that was pretty good. But on not competition-wise, I was in Rio with the USA beach volleyball teams. And I got to work closely with Kerry Walsh and April Ross. And we won a bronze medal. And being part of seeing how Kerry and April reacted to losing that semifinal against a non-top Brazil team, and dealing with the heartbreak and it's all, there's no subs, you are in. Dealing with the heartbreak, coming back and figuring it out, grinding, and still not having it figured out during the bronze medal match, but understanding, hey, I can bring home a bronze medal. It's going to be a great honor. and seeing them achieve that, that's why one of the greatest things in sport I've been part of directly, seeing that them working through that harsh kind of path of losing the semifinal at midnight on one day and having to play for the bronze less than 24 hours later, and having to be ready for it and being motivated enough to go and play their best against the #1 team in the world, Brazil, that we ended up playing in the bronze medal match and pulling it off and winning.
Yeah.
That was wonderful to be part of that.
Yeah, it's a great story. I remember when that happened, a lot of people were stunned that they were in the bronze medal match to begin with, and then social media went crazy. You go for the gold, right? Go for the gold term. But the inspiration that brought to people watching them battle for that bronze, add to the medal count for the country, that was phenomenal. It's a great story.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm getting goosebumps because unbelievable how true is that sports teach life lessons. And yes, these are professional athletes, so they've gone through life. Carrie has 3 kids now. It's crazy,
that's
right?
Life, yeah.
And but sports are just like life. You got to figure it out, and you've got to do it over and over and over, and understand that, hey, there's a new challenge. I'm gonna face it and push through and get to the other side. And that's why sports are so good. Growing up and at the junior level and at the professional level.
Giuseppe Vinci is with VolleyMetrics. It's volleymetrics.com. They're here. You can visit them on site at the Triple Crown Volleyball NIT, Salt Palace Convention Center, or visit their website, volleymetrics.com. Good luck healing up that pinky. So I'll give you the left-handed handshake.
Yeah, awesome.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.